All right, shalom. This is Shanatza Anbayash Allah from the GMS Lions in Camp. First and foremost, I'd like to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem, Harakak, Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the Akim that are pushing this truth, and sincerity and truth, and peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, it says Putin's new missiles could probably strike the U.S. Old ones could too. The old ones could too. All right. This articles came out March 2018, so almost a year ago, and um we're in 2019 year of destruction. So but the thing about it is the timing of this of me finding this article, especially when with the whole intercontinental missile treaty that America just backed out of. Russia has been staging missiles around the globe. And they also built a wall around Ukraine, bordering Ukraine. Oh, and so basically, with America pulling out of that treaty, what puts America in doom in a dangerous situation because everybody knows America's missile defense system is not that great. All right. So I just want to read this article a little bit, get a couple of scriptures, man, because it's clear, man. Babylon the Great, which is America, is falling, man. Fast. All right. It says Russian President Vladimir Putin used an annual speech this week to take hold claims about invincible new Russian weapons that could easily overcome United States missile defense. It says among the weapons Putin said had been successfully tested was a cruise missile with a nuclear propulsion engine, a weapon that could fly at a low altitude and follow an unpredictable flight path to avoid U.S. missile defense systems. All right, it says speaking to Megyn Kelly of NBC News after the speech, Putin said that every single weapon system discussed today easily surpasses and avoids an anti-missile defense system. But how worried should Americans be about Russia's new missile? It's certainly true that if Putin's claims are accurate, they represent a step forward in the missile technology that exists at the United States missile systems, which would be unable to match. There's another important detail here. However, U.S. missile defense systems are almost certainly no match for the existing Russian missiles either. Right? Kingston Reef, director of disarmament and treaty reduction policy at the Arms Control Association, said that Russia can have no problem whatsoever overcoming U.S. missile defenses with its existing weapons. As such, Putin's shiny new weapons don't necessarily change the core strategic balance with the United States. It says they may, however, show the limits of trying to contain nuclear threats from nations such as Russia or even smaller threats like North Korea by missile defense alone. All right. It says why Russian missiles are hard to hit even now. It says being a missile that can accurately deliver a nuclear weapon to the other side of the world is difficult. It is rocket science, after all. But building another weapon that can take out the missile before it strikes a target, that's even harder. It said the idea of a missile defense system is to protect the United States first appeared during the Cold War in the 1980s. President Ronald Reagan pushed a strategic defense innovative um, colloquially known as Star Wars that would seek to offer complete protection to the United States from ballistic missiles. However, the system was criticized for being unrealistic and too costly. All right, so America's in a vulnerable state, and I'll put a copy of the link in the description box when I upload the video, so you brothers can read it for yourself. What sisters, Akim and Akwakim, can read it for yourself. All right, so it's just this is it, man. America's vulnerable. They can't even defend themselves. They just about a month ago they talk about how vulnerable their aircraft carriers are over there, over in the Middle East. All right, so they're talking about how at one point in time the aircraft carrier was an elite force to the military, but now it's obsolete. All right, so I'm gonna get a couple scriptures real quick. All right, this is Ezekiel 38:1. It says, "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him." Gog is Russia. All right, it says, "And say, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal." And the thing about it is, even though the Most High is prepping Russia up to be able to take down America, the Most High is still against them. You know, the Most High is giving it. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna give you the power to do this, but I'm still against you. I'm not for you. Let me let you know that straight up. That's what the Most High is telling you. All right. It says, I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and will bring thee forth, and all thine armies, horses and horsemen, all them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Okay, let's name some of those countries: Iran, China, um, uh, shoot, basically, I mean North Korea. All right. So you got a country like Iran, those smaller countries over there. Russia is being a defense to them, like a bodyguard, and don't, not to mention Venezuela, because America tried to crash Venezuela's economy, but Russia made it possible for them to stabilize themselves. All right, with now they're going to a cryptocurrency, which is going to introduce the mark of the beast, man, which is the RFID chip. All right, it says. It says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shields and helmets. Gomar and all his bands, the house of Togomar of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. All right, so it's going to be a whole onslaught of individuals coming out of America, man. All right, it says, be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and thou art guard, and thou be a guard unto them. All right, so yeah, that's like I said, Russia is being a bodyguard to these other nations, and with all these types of missiles that Russia has, Russia's going to give them the same technology that they have to go against America and NATO and the EU. It's the whore. It's going to be fighting against the whore, the the beast and the dragon. All right. It says Ezekiel 38:8. It says, "After many days thou shalt be visited in the latter years. Thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and it's gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have always waste. But it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. It said, Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm, thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou and all thy bands, and many people with thee." All right? That's them rising up against America, coming from the north. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought." And that's what's happening right now in Russia. Putin's going to think an evil thought, and he's going to just say, fuck it, hit the button, let's go. Let's invade America. All right, like that movie Red Dawn. It says, "Thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. All right, I will go to them that are at rest. All right, it says that dwell in safely. All right, and it's that safety that the Americans dwell in is really an illusion. There's nothing safe about this place. Like it's unwalled village. The missile defense system doesn't work. All right, if a country wanted to come and invade America right now, they could do it. It's just these nations are not trying to go deal with. It's not necessarily America they're afraid of. They're not really wanting to deal with the UN. I mean, not the UN, the NATO and the EU, or really NATO. So NATO has the army. All right, all of them dwelling without walls, having neither bars nor gates. All right, and that's why Trump's trying to build that wall to try to keep Issachar out. But you know, these other countries can fight all types of proxy wars with America and sending troops in from coming from the south, like the Honduran, like other nations, because like just like how they're doing with ISIS and all that, like how America's doing with ISIS over there in Iran and Syria. All right, it ain't nothing for these other countries to set up proxy wars coming against America, man. All right. Next scripture is Jeremiah 50 and 14. It says, put yourself in array against Babylon round about. All right. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord by destroying the Lord's people, man. By enslaving and torturing the Lord's people. And all these countries are putting themselves in array round about because Russia Russia put some was it over there in Cuba? They put a nuclear equipped aircraft piece, a plane jet over there in Cuba. North Korea already said that they have a missile that's capable of hitting California and Nevada, and Russia displayed in a parade displayed a video of them, an animated video, a simulated video of them shooting off a missile from the other way and hitting Florida. All right, so everybody's been in the boat roundabout against America, man. It says, "Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Shoot against her round about. She has given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down." All right, her walls are thrown down. She's defenseless, man. It says, "For it is the vengeance of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Take vengeance upon her as she has done, do unto her." So all the pillages, all the robbing that America's been doing to all these other countries, man, it's about to come back on them, all right? And I'm going to close out with that. With that being said, I'd like to say, Kal Halayim, my Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Harakar Kadash, my mouth, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth, and peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Shalom.